Is our last leader testimonial. Candace says, I didn't know much about CBD or hadn't heard of Green Compass prior to signing in April of 2022. I agree, neither did I. She double promoted first month to senior team leader and second month double promoted to director. Her uplines, Sarah and Ethan Burdick, reached out to Candace because they knew she could benefit from Green Compass. Who do you know who can benefit from our products and our opportunity? They cared about her enough to share the products and the business opportunity. Candace wears many hats in her life, but she enrolled as an advocate and committed to building a business and generating an income for her family. Her story is part tearjerker, part grit, part determination, and straight hustle. She is the embodiment of when you're rooted in your why and your why is strong, you'll figure out the how. Please welcome our last leader testimony of our 2023 Leadership Summit, Candace Rowland.
Woo! Go Candace!
Oh my God, my heart is going like 9 million miles. Okay, where's my meditation menu? Thank you for that this morning. So I need some more CBD, but okay. This honestly is super crazy, mind-blowing, I'm gonna cry. I started out in drug sales 8 years ago. So this was a huge vision of mine to be able to do something like this, even though it's scary as all get out. I started with Green Compass back in April of last year, but my story really starts in November of 2019. I was 7 months pregnant with my second daughter when I got a knock on the door and the police came and accused my husband of a crime that he did not commit. But due to COVID, a lengthy process that was jumping around in the legal system, and way misrepresentation from our former lawyer, he started serving a 4.5-year sentence in October of 2020. This left me as a single parent for the second time, this time not by choice. I have 2 girls, a 9-year-old who adores him and thinks of him as her own, and then our 8-month-old baby. Aria has always struggled in school, and it was no different after he left, obviously. It was in the midst of virtual schooling, but prior to that, her focus, hyperactivity, and crazy sensory issues, she just lost a lot of self-esteem. And during her 4th grade year, while we were virtual schooling, I really worked with her to get her independence and self-confidence back up. But things came crashing down in the fall of 2021 when she started 5th grade. Every day her homework would be late. Working on it would take hours. Her sister, who, anybody have a second child in here? Rambunctious, clingy, needy, crazy, but a really good heart. She was climbing on everything. My own mental health, trying to keep everything together, a stable environment for the girls. Therapy wasn't enough for all of us. Working out wasn't enough. All the personal development in the world just wasn't enough. I was greatly overstimulated and just not myself for the first 3 quarters of her 5th grade year. I was going around slamming doors, screaming, yelling. I literally have put them in their room to go to the car and cry. And multiple times a week, my mom was coming over to take the kids so that I could just leave. Because I just could not handle being a parent. That's when in March of last year, after Aria failed yet another test in school, and she's 11 now, so her puberty kind of kicked in. And it was just so overwhelming. I broke down. I was gonna do something that I never wanted to do, and that was put us both on medication, because I couldn't live in this life like that anymore. So that's when I saw a very good friend of mine who I built a really good relationship with in our previous company, Sarah Burdick, posting about CBD. My father is into marijuana, so I didn't know much about CBD, but I knew it was linked to that, and he just, pro that. So.
Sounds like a great dad.
He is. I was financially struggling in my previous business. It stopped growing after year 3, and in the beginning of last year, it just slowly was on the decline. And so I didn't really have the money, but I trusted Sarah, and I got the Restore and Balance bundles, what I leave with. Love that. Love that. I ordered that, and after 2 weeks of better sleep and just feeling more productive, not like regretting waking up, just kind of like being able to kind of have my normal routine again, I knew there was something more to this. So I reached out to Sarah, questioned her to death, asked her all the questions, probably annoyed her slightly, but I had to know. She's always been completely honest with me, straightforward. She knows I'm a numbers girl, so just laid it all out. And as scary as it was starting over at 0, because I was the only income and I was walking away from my previous company, couldn't do both. So I just took the huge risk. I felt God was sending me in the direction that was gonna help. So I made the leap at the end of April and just went all in. Since starting our CBD journey, because when I started, I actually put my daughter on it too, so we did it together, our journey together. Our whole home dynamic is different. Her teachers are complimenting her. Her tests are now A's, B's, and C's instead of F's. Her homework is 90% her own. She rarely even has it because she finishes all her work in school. There's no yelling, there's no screaming unless it's that second child. But even Jocelyn has to take her oil, as she calls it, to be like her big sister. So our house is calm and it's happy, and I'm more myself than I've been in years, and just able to approach stress and anxiety and do scary things like this again. Just head on. So, just over 2 months with Green Compass, I hit director, and our team has sets for master director this year, or not even this month, but let's be real. We continue to work collaboratively so that we're all growing together. And honestly, this community is everything that I've ever wanted in the last 8 years. It isn't just me inspiring my team like I felt in my previous company, all that energy and everything. It's literally our team inspiring each other through personal development and through our own growth. Between them and my vision, I've been able to stay committed. Every day I show up so that my girls have their safe and stable home, and we don't have to move back in with my parents because bless them, I love them, but I show up so that when my husband does come home, he doesn't have to go back to work and miss more time with his children. I show up because of our team and just hearing their goals and their stories and knowing that I can help them in some way. So know your vision, because picture it every day, know it, live it, breathe it. If there's one experience that this has taught me, is that we're all capable of more than we've ever given ourselves credit for. That's the biggest lesson that I continue to share with our team and to share with you today. It's literally to work harder on yourself than your business. Self-growth has to be your first priority, and not just reading and listening in our car like I've been guilty of, but actually taking notes and learning it and applying it to your business. This is something that I've had to learn, and that's been super instilled with me this year from my group. And take messy action no matter what. So, thank you for letting me cry on stage.